Hey guys, latest transfer updates on Nico Williams from Atletico Bilbao to FC Barcelona. Bayern Munich transfer updates, Arsenal transfer update, Chelsea, Manchester United, Tottenham and Juventus transfer update. Watch the video carefully till the end and tell me what you think, because at this point in time, the transfer window is getting more and more interesting. Do you know why I say this? The reason why I'm saying this is because all the transfer targets that we all saw 2 weeks ago are actually happening. Yesterday, Barcelona announced that they are back in La Liga one-to-one rule, so they can register players without any difficulties. And the only thing that we all are waiting at this point in time is to hear the announcement of Nico Williams joining FC Barcelona. Remember, this is the week where everyone was like, Barcelona were going to trigger the 58 million release clause to get Nico Williams. At some point in time, the rumors circulating were like Nico Williams want a written letter assuring him that Barcelona were going to get him registered if they sign him. And yesterday, Barcelona announced that they are back so they can register players without difficulties. You can still remember the issue of Dani Olmo and Paul Victor. It was difficult for Barcelona to register them, and now they are back. Guys, I am happy. I am happy for Barcelona. One thing I will tell you guys is this: the world should better get ready if Nico Williams land in FC Barcelona. If Nico Williams land in FC Barcelona, if Nico Williams join Barcelona, not only La Liga clubs have to get ready, all the world have to get ready, because what Hansi Flick will cook with Rafinha, Lamine Yamal, Robert Lewandowski and Nico Williams is going to be something that nobody would like to consume, right? So let's just wait and see what will happen in the next days ahead. It is not a big problem for Barcelona now to register Joao Garcia, and now I think they are working to get Nico Williams deal done as soon as possible. And when we take a look at Real Madrid, the league rival, discovered that Real Madrid is no longer considering signing any striker. They are okay with the performances of Gonzalo Garcia. Gonzalo Garcia has scored 3 goals already, and he's one of the top goal scorers in the FIFA Club World Cup after 4 games. So Real Madrid are convinced that this guy is going to be another Karim Benzema. So Real Madrid is not interested in signing any striker this summer again, right? And when we keep La Liga aside, take a look at the Premier League, because the transfer updates in the English Premier League are always long. Remember, any transfer window, it is Premier League clubs that are always leading the race. When we take a look at Tottenham, we discover that Tottenham is currently in discussion to sign Mohamed Kudus from West Ham. Tottenham is interested in signing Mohamed Kudus from West Ham. Tottenham is going to participate in Europe next season. They are going to play the UEFA Champions League next season. And I think bringing Kudus, Mohamed Kudus to the club is going to be a good addition to Thomas Frank. Remember a week ago, Tottenham showed interest in signing Bryan Mbeumo, but Bryan Mbeumo have said no, he only wants to join Manchester United. Tottenham also showed interest in signing Eberechi Eze from Crystal Palace. For now, they are not saying anything concerning Eberechi Eze, but Eberechi Eze is a player that is being monitored by Arsenal, and the guy have given the green light to Arsenal to join Arsenal. So it is going to be a battle between Tottenham and Arsenal. But Tottenham wants to first of all confirm the arrival of Mohamed Kudus before thinking of what happens next, right? Let's just wait and see what will happen in the next day, because the way the Premier League clubs are active in this transfer market, guys, it shows that next season is going to be something else. Premier League clubs are active in this transfer market. When we keep Mohamed Kudus aside, take a look at Chelsea. We all normally know that Chelsea is the only club in the whole world that, like, the transfer window is always open for them. The transfer window is always open for Chelsea. Yesterday, Joao Pedro was announced as a Chelsea player. So Chelsea have signed Joao Pedro from Brighton, paying a sum of £55 million release clause plus £5 million at. Let's just wait and see if this guy is going to be a top signing for Chelsea. Because at this point in time, Chelsea is having so many attackers. So it's Joao Pedro, Liam Delap, Christopher Kunku, Nicolas Jackson, Pedro Neto, Madueke, Raheem Sterling, Joao Felix, George. So let's just wait and see what Enzo Maresca is going to cook with this guy. And another player, Chelsea is not yet done in the transfer market. They are still very active. Chelsea is still in the transfer market waiting for opportunities. Malik Fofana from Lyon might be joining Chelsea. Remember, this guy is a player that was approached by Liverpool. Aston Villa also approached him. Now Chelsea is in the race. And when Chelsea is in the race to sign a player, they always go with big money. So Malik Fofana might end up joining Chelsea in the days ahead, right? Well, we'll keep Chelsea aside now and take a look at Arsenal. Arsenal wants to sign Mokeras from Valencia. Valencia have given the green light to Arsenal. They're okay with personal terms. It is at the level of club-to-club discussions because Valencia does not want to let this guy go. But the guy have made it clear, I want to leave the club. I want to join Arsenal. It is only Arsenal that I want. So Arsenal send their first bid. We are still waiting for updates from Valencia. But for now, Mokeras have given the green light to join Mikel Arteta next season, right? And another name in this Arsenal squad is Noni Madueke. Noni Madueke is a player that is very, very well appreciated by Mikel Arteta. Mikel Arteta wants this guy in Arsenal, right? But I don't think Chelsea is going to let him go. If Chelsea is instead in the transfer market signing players, I don't think they are going to let Noni Madueke leave the club. But let's just wait and see what happens in the next days ahead. And Arsenal is also interested in signing Eberechi Eze. Eberechi Eze have given the green light to Arsenal. The deal is happening as we speak. Talks are ongoing between Eberechi Eze's camp and Arsenal camp. Personal terms, the players okay. Club to club discussion ongoing. Let's just wait and see what happens in the next days ahead, right? And now, when we take a look at this transfer window very well, we discover that Manchester City signed so many players when the Club World Cup was about to start. Now, it is time for Pep Guardiola to see the players that will be released from the club and the ones that will be maintained. Ruben Diaz yesterday announced that he is going to extend his contract with Manchester City. So it is just a matter of time. The contract extension will be announced, right? Another player is Lewis. Lewis is also going to extend his contract with Manchester City. But Gundogan, Jack Grealish are two players that might leave the club. We don't know what will happen in the next days ahead, but these are two players that might leave Manchester City. For Ederson, we all are still waiting to see if there will be any updates on him, right? Now, what about Liverpool? Liverpool is still in the transfer market after signing Milos Kerkez, Jeremy Frimpong, and Florian Wirtz. Liverpool wants to sign Mark Guehi because they want to reinforce their defense. So, Liverpool is still in the transfer market waiting for opportunities, right? Before getting to other clubs, let me take a touch on this again. Victor Gyökeres, Benjamin Sesko are the two targets that Arsenal want to sign. One, Arsenal is focusing on these two guys, but at the end of the day, Arsenal is just interested in signing one. Arsenal started by showing interest in Benjamin Sesko. I don't know what happened, the deal was somehow slow. Now they started showing interest in Victor Gyökeres. Negotiations ongoing. We all are waiting to see what will happen in the next days ahead because it is war between Victor Gyökeres and Sporting CP. The amount of money that was tagged to his name as a release clause is being rejected by the club president. Victor Gyökeres is also one of the players that might be joining Manchester United. Victor Gyökeres wanted to play in a club that is playing in European competition next season, but he did not reject any offers from Manchester United as per Fabrizio Romano. So let's just wait and see what happens in the next days ahead. Manchester United. Oh boy. What is happening with Manchester United? This is the transfer window. Manchester United struggled last season from match day 1 till the final day. But what are they doing in this transfer market? We are not seeing any updates on Manchester United. The only thing we are seeing on Manchester United is players that are leaving the club. Jadon Sancho is one of the players to leave Manchester United. Fenerbahce showed interest. Juventus showed interest. Napoli showed interest. But the problem with Jadon Sancho is his wages. It is not even the release clause because his release clause is just £25 million, which can easily be paid. But the problem now is paying his wages, right? Let's just wait and see what happens in the next days ahead. Garnacho, one of the players to leave the club. Manchester United is still working on Brian Boumous because they have not given up yet. Brentford rejected their offers, but they are still pushing so hard to see if they can sign Brian Burmo from Brentford. And when we leave Manchester United, let's not talk about the goalkeeper side first. Let's just allow Manchester United for now and see what happens in the next ahead. When we leave Manchester United, take a look at Liverpool and Bayern Munich. You discover that Luis Diaz wanted to leave Liverpool at all costs. We don't know the reasons for his departure, but he just wants to test a new chapter somewhere. Barcelona showed interest. Al Nassr showed interest. Bayern Munich showed interest. And rumors are circulating showing that Bayern Munich sent their offers and Liverpool rejected it. His release clause is around £80 million. Which club is going to pay that amount of money? Al Nassr is in the race, but Liverpool have made it clear our player is not going. So that is the update that is coming from Liverpool on Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz is going to be with Liverpool next season. That is what I can assure you. Because if Liverpool is not listening to offers from clubs, it shows that they believe that the player is still going to be with them next season, right? When we take a look at Jonathan David to Juventus, this guy have always been a good player. Top striker with Lille, with Canada. Now, he wants to test a new chapter. He wants to test a new chapter, not with any other club, but with one of the biggest Italian giants, Juventus. So, Jonathan David is now a Juventus player. It is not rumors. It is a done deal. Jonathan David is a Juventus player. I also mentioned to you guys that Ruben Diaz was going to extend his contract. And when we leave Europe, take a look at the MLS, you discover that Luis Suarez and Lionel Messi's contracts are going to end at the end of this year, 2025. Right? Now, Lionel Messi is free to negotiate with any club. Luis Suarez is considering retiring after his contract with the MLS. After the elimination from the FIFA Club World Cup, Lionel Messi came out, appreciated the club, right? Some rumors started circulating that Lionel Messi wants to join a club, a more competitive league, so 6 months before the World Cup, so he can better prepare for the World Cup, right? And another update is that of Morata to Como. Club-to-club discussion, okay. Como and the AC Milan, club-to-club discussion, okay. Since he is still on loan with Galatasaray, it is now between Como and Galatasaray to see how Morata is going to exit the club. And another player that is back in the Serie A is Ciro Immobile. So this guy is a Lazio legend, one of the biggest players in the history of Lazio. Was in the Turkish league Besiktas. Now he is back in Serie A, not with his club Lazio, not with his former club Lazio, but with Bologna. Guys, I've come to the end of the video. Tell me what you think about the latest updates of Nico Williams from Atletico Bilbao to Barcelona. What you think about the transfer updates of Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester United, and Liverpool. Tell me what you think about all these updates down in the comment section. And most importantly, if this is the first time you are coming across my YouTube channel, hit a thumb up to this video, you subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you turn on the notification bell. So when next I post videos that are similar to this one, you'll be one of the first people to see it. See you guys. Until next time.